Hi Ultimate Gardeners, welcome back to the Ultimate Gardening channel. My name is Emmanuel Arce, well known to be the Ultimate Gardener. Come join me in becoming an Ultimate Gardener day by day. In today's exciting sprouting video, I want to dedicate this video on 5 flowering plants you should grow in your Florida garden. So I'm not going to talk a lot, so let's jump right into these recommendations. Coming at number 1 is cranberry hibiscus. Not only is this beautiful flowering perennial is edible and mainly used for its foliage, but it does provide beautiful flowers for you to enjoy in your garden. They can come in 2 colors from what I know of, a burgundy red or a pink lemonade like flower. Was able to grow both of them, and me personally, I love the one that looks like pink lemonade color. These flowers bring such elegance but boldness into the garden. It's definitely one to keep. They get pretty big, but you can keep them maintained on your desired size and you can enjoy the flowers throughout their growing season. Number 2 is cleodendron. This is my first year growing cleodendron, but it's already been making its way up the chart. This is a beautiful flowering perennial that provides these little tiny butterfly-shaped flowers that come in the color white and blue. Such a beautiful perennial to grow in your backyard, but one thing to keep in note is that they get very big. So if you want to grow this beautiful perennial, you have to keep it maintained to your desired size, because if you don't, it'll grow enormous and grow big and it's gonna grow to its maximum capacity. So if you wanted to grow that big, go ahead and let it and enjoy its beautiful flowers. But if you want a bit more maintained plant, you're gonna have to stay on top of pruning. Number 3, which is an underrated plant in my opinion, powder puff. This comes most likely in a tree form, but it can also come in a dwarf form. So I like growing the dwarf form because they're a bit more slow growing and a bit more maintained, but they come in multiple different colors. The main ones I know of is white, red, and a very hot pink. And so this is a very underrated plant. I don't see a lot of Florida homeowners growing these plants for like outdoor decor, because I don't really know why. If I see that they're easy to grow, low maintenance, and they're a beautiful plant to grow in your backyard. They are, if you have the tree plant, you do have to go ahead and keep it pruned constantly because it does get very big, which is understandable, but it does not take away the difference of its beautiful blooms. So once again, powder puff. 4th is cat whiskers. Cat whiskers is a beautiful perennial that it's also my first year growing it in my garden, but once again, it's made its way to the top of the top charts. This is a beautiful flowering perennial that gets very wide. So if you have an area where you want to fill in some gaps wide-wise, width-wise, this is the plant to grow. Doesn't fail in blooming every day, doesn't fail in bringing pollinators in your garden every day, and doesn't fail into keeping a beautiful show in your garden. This is a beautiful plant to grow in my opinion, because not only is its flowers great in flower arrangements, but it brings some touch of elegance and boldness into your garden as well. I have to keep mine pruned because it's in an area where it can't grow to its maximum capacity, but I bet you if you leave it grow to its maximum capacity, it's going to be an astonishing plant in your backyard. Number 5 is ground orchids, which is something you're going to see all over South Florida because they're the easiest perennials to grow. Not only do they provide beautiful color with their flowers, but their leaves bring such boldness into your garden. They get pretty big, which is also recommended to keep dividing them every growing season because they do get very big and wide, although that allows the flowers to be more productive and more bigger. But it is recommended to keep your plants a little bit more maintained because once they get too big, they get very ugly. So you have to keep that in mind. They come in a variety of colors from white to yellow to multicolor to the classic lavender color. It's a perennial you should grow in your backyard indeed, for sure, 100%. I like growing ground orchids for different reasons because the fill-ins gap very easily. And when they get to their maximum capacity, it's a beautiful show to look at in your garden. So those are going to be your 5 recommendations on 5 flowering plants you should grow in your South Florida garden. If you want me to make an overall video on any flower you could grow in any zone climate or an overall zone climate, I'll definitely do that for you guys. So If you learned something new in this video, please leave a like down below. And while you're down there, please consider subscribing to support the Ultimate Gardening channel. And please go ahead and leave me any comments down below on any video suggestions, as well as what you thought on this video, and I would gladly do them. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Never forget to grow big, Ultimate Gardeners. Bye guys.